All right, so what I'm going to do in today's video is walk you through the steps on changing out your company page header to promote upcoming events or just to swap in a new message there. And I want to walk you through and actually demonstrate how I'm doing this. I was going to do this morning on my own, and I said this would make a great video for the company page masterclass. So starting out, I'm on my company page on LinkedIn, and I'm going to show you how I do this, and then I'm going to show you guys a hack as well. So we're changing out the company page header. If you hover over the header icon, this rectangular block in your company header, and there's this little pencil icon in the upper right-hand corner, click on that. And you're going to see the box that pops up and it says, it gives you the dimensions, upload cover image 1128 by 191. Now, I want you to make a note of those dimensions because I want to make sure that if you are using Canva, that you are going to be using those exact dimensions to create your header. And I'm doing this in a two-screen mode. I'm doing this on desktop right now, and I'm going to show you in mobile view as well. So let me demonstrate how I create this in desktop first, and then I want to show you how I look at this in mobile after I've completed it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm logging into my Canva account. Now I know that I've previously created a header with those dimensions, 1128 by 191. So if I go into my search box that Canva gives you, and I just type in 1128 and I hit on enter, it's going to search for any Canva templates that have 1128 as a part of them. So by default, it takes you to Canvas templates. You can also go to your design. So I'm going to click on your designs now. And I see here that there's going to be a couple different designs in here because I do these for different clients and different companies as well. So I see the one that I have in here for my own business, and I see the file name here right here. It's 1128 by 191. So because I included the dimensions, it's really easy to find. And I always put 1128 by 191 PX Meller marketing. So if I click on that, I can go in and I can edit the image. Okay. What I love about Canva is it opens it in a new tab. They think like I think, because that way, if I wanted to navigate to other boxes inside Canva, other designs, I can still do so. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of show you guys, here's a variety of different page headers that I have created. Some are for my social media pie page. Some are for my Meller marketing page. I like to keep past ones in there, especially if I think I might rotate new ones in there as well. So first thing I'm going to do is click on where it says add page. I'm going to click on add page, and it gives me kind of a blank template. There is a color block on the background. If I didn't want that color, I could just click to delete it out. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Canva homepage, because what I want to do with this header is promote a holiday bundle that I'm working on right now. And it's a very timely offer that I'm working on with a few select partners. And I've already created this for my personal profile on LinkedIn. Now I want to create a version for my company page. 1 second, I just had a phone call coming in on my phone here. All right, so this is the header that I created for my personal profile on LinkedIn, and I want to create a version of this for my company page. Now the dimensions are a little bit different. Personal profile, it's 1584 by 396. I'm actually going to change this because I didn't put that on this one already. 1584 by 396 px, and you can see you could just go into that name field at the top and then just step out of it and it saves it. So this is what I created for my personal profile. I want to create a similar type of image for my company page, but you can see here it's longer and wider and not as tall, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by highlighting the entire block, and let's see, it's not pulling the background image, I can see. So I'm going to click on the background image, and just what I do is I click on the background image and I click on Control C for copy, and I go into the place I want to paste it, and I click on Control V as in Victor for paste. And I'm just going to see if I'm happy with the alignment of that. It's a little bit too scrunched. I want to be able to see the GIF box a little bit more. So here's what I'm going to do. If I click on it, if you double click on the image, it'll pull it up and you can kind of see in the background where the dimensions are. This image is more of a rectangular. It's not quite square, but it's not long and wide. So if I drag it down a little bit, you're going to see the top of the GIF box, and that may be just well enough for what I need to do here. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything else that was in here. I'm just going to highlight everything. So I just took my mouse and I'm clicking on the left mouse button and I just drag it over everything in here. And then once I let go of the mouse, it's selected. I'm going to do Control C for copy. And then once I go into the new template, I just click on that image, and then you can click on Control V, or you can just right click and click on paste. And it always puts things left aligned. I want to move things to the right. Now, right now it's grouped. So everything in this is a group. If I were to click on it, I could drag it over. Okay. So that's a little bit of a hack there, something they won't tell you, but something that I found works really, really well. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is, as a marketer and kind of quasi graphic designer here, I want to make sure that I'm maximizing the space and making sure things are legible, at least the important points. And I want to make sure that you can read those both in desktop and in mobile view. So first thing I'm going to do is try to figure out, what can I move around? Right now, it's a lot of text that's kind of from top to bottom. So what can I move out of there? First thing would be maybe this web address. So let's move it over here. And if I kind of just pull the box, I'm shortening the length of it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is pull out this little dot here on the side. If you pull that out, it increases the point size. And then maybe move that box down a little bit here. Okay. So there we go. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit on there. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is, I've got a lot of photos on here, and then I've got a headline that says VIP holiday bundles and a subhead that's on there as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select all of the headshot photos along with the captions, and I'm just going to move them over here. First of all, I might actually stack them a little bit different. Kind of watching my madness occur here. I'm going to stack this box, okay? And I may even stack this box as well, okay? So once I get the two of those kind of where I think I want to keep them there, but I want to make them larger, okay? And I want to try to maximize the space, leave a little bit of, call it white space or a border around it, as it does display a little bit different in desktop and mobile. In the headline here, I'm going to click on that. And then if I click on spacing, right now there's a lot of, I think it's called leading between line 1 and line 2. So I'm going to make it, instead of 1.4, I'm going to make it 1.1. See how that just tightened that up a little bit? And the next thing I'm going to do is move up this subhead just a little bit higher on here. Okay. Now I've got 5 images going across, not the best use of space. So what I'm going to do is put 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So I'm going to select these 2 on the side here. I'm going to try to select just the images there. I don't want Patty in the group here. We have to just manually. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking on the first one with my left mouse, and I hold the shift button, click on the second one, keeping the shift button down. I click on the photo 1, photo 2, the name caption, and the name caption. So now I've got these as a group. I'm going to move these kind of here, do the same technique with the top. So I clicked on the first one. I'm going to hold my shift button, click on the second one, third, and then I'm clicking on each of the photos. And you can see as I select them, a light blue outline comes in the background. You got to have a little bit of a trained eye to make sure this is working correctly. Okay. So let's see what I'm going to do here. Probably move them up just a smidgen here. Maybe running out of space. So I'm probably going to move the text that's above and below. I'm going to put some of it to the side instead. So I'm doing a little bit of a realignment on this here. So probably go in my bonus section too, because it's a little bit tricky what I'm doing here. Let's see. At first I want to move this out so I don't lose it, because it's really low in the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to put Aaron, and I'll move my own photo over here. Whoops, grab the wrong item there. And if you ever do something and you want to undo it, Control Z undoes that action. Let's see here. So what I might do is just put our service offering and name in a slightly different position. And it's really tiny. I mean, you can barely read this right now. This is what it'll be like, what it looks like on desktop. So a couple different options on increasing the point size. The first is, as I showed you earlier, if you just click on the box and then drag it up, it'll increase the point size. So I might do that for the first one, just to kind of get it to a size where it's legible. So it can be a little bit harder to read on mobile. I'm okay with that. But desktop, I want to make sure it's legible in here. And maybe I stack her name as well. I'm going to put it as a right alignment. These are little techniques I just picked up from years and years of working with graphic designers and overseeing marketing departments. I'm not a graphic designer, but I picked up enough of the skills that I kind of know what we're looking for here. So In this case, they're being set next against the photo. So I'm trying to do a right align. So kind of keeping the eye all in alignment there. So this one is 10.7. So let's change this to an 11-point font. And if I click on her name, it's an 8.3. So let's change that to a 9-point font. See what that looks like. Okay. So I'm going to use those same font types. So 11 for the category and 9 for the name. So I'm going to do that for everyone else in here. So 11. I think I can grab all 3 of these and do 11. Look at that. Okay. And I'm going to move things around, but at least I know that they're the right point size. And this one I'm going to do a left align because it's kind of being set against the photo on the left. And I believe this one was a 9-point font. Does that sound right? Yep. Okay. The same thing there. I'm going to put a left alignment there. Move that up a little bit. Okay. And for these names, I'm going to grab all 3 and make that a 9-point font. Okay. All right. So now I got to figure out how to do this one here. I'm probably going to move Patty's off to the side here. I'm going to keep Tiffany's category at the top. So I need to just shift that alignment a little bit, move Scott's off to the side as well. And I'm going to play with this a little bit because I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to set this up. I think I need more space. After I'm starting to move things around, it's just not quite working on here. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. See if I click on this photo. I don't think there's much more I can do other than move that gift box down. I can reduce the point size on this. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to see where can I gain more space in here. Do that as well. So let's see here. And just playing with this a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I've gained some more space on the right side. I might even be able to reduce the point size on this just a little bit. Okay. And I think I'm going to try to move these in a row going across instead, which is going to be going back from where I started. So I'm going to delete all of these out. And you might say, Brenda, you did all that work. That's okay, because I got it all here. I'm going to go back here and just highlight this entire field, copy it, go back here again, paste it. Whoops, I put it on the wrong one. But the great thing is they're a group, so I should be able to just click on those. Okay. And let's see. I think that's a little bit better. I might even be able to pull this in a line going down. After a while, it's almost like it starts to build itself. Not really, but it kind of feels like that. Like, oh, it seems to work out a little better like that. Okay. I'm gonna grab all of these. Let's see here. And make this a 10-point. And then I'm going to change the names. They're 6.8. It's just way too tiny on here. And this isn't the primary focal point, but I do want to make these, if somebody were to look at it and go, oh, that looks like Patty Buccialetto, they can actually click on it, you know, or they can kind of make out that, yes, that is her name because they can read it on there. Okay. So I'm just playing with the alignment a little bit on here. It's like a resume. I'm trying to get all these so they're on 2 lines, so at least we've got some consistency there. Let's see. Okay, so a little bit tight towards the top. I'm going to move these down just a hair. And then what else can I do here? So I'm going to move this down so it's at least the top alignment is similar. And similar here, top alignment is similar. So I'm almost created a little bit of a buffer going all the way around the top. And I'm going to try to mirror that size here as well. And this, let's see, this is a 10.6 font. Let's see what happens when I make that a 12 font, 16-point font. I got to bring this across a little bit more. Let's see what happens when I make it 21. Too big. I'm going to go down in point size now. Okay, so you can see here how I've played with the alignment a little bit, the point size on this. Take it down to 17. Okay, and I'm just looking at the spacing going around this as well. Okay, so pretty tight on here, but I think I'm pretty happy with where things are. I'm taking a little bit of liberties, on there. This is a good thing is when you're self-employed, you can make your own brand guidelines as you go. Now, if you got a graphic designer, have them do this work for you. And, you could use these as ideas to show them, but just wanted to give you kind of an overview to let you see me go through this process. So now that I've got this in here, I'm just going to update this and I'm going to call the image Holiday Bundle 1128 by 191px LinkedIn page header. Okay. And this is image number 7. So when I download this from Canva, I'm going to move my video out of the way here. I'm downloading this as a PNG. I found that PNG works best. I'm not going to select transparent background or compressed file. I'm going to leave it all as is. And then I'm deselecting all of the images. I only want to select image number 7, click on done, and then I want to click on download. Now you're going to see that it's going to take the file name, which is 1128 by 191 PX Meller Marketing. That will be, because it's a single image, that will be what is saved in here. Just so you're aware, if I were to click and download all images in the group here and then download them, let me just show you what happens with the file name. This is a little Canva tip that I kind of discovered by trial and error by working through the process of creating these images. So giving it just a second to download. Okay, now it's a zipped file. So if I go into my zipped folder and let's see if I click on show in folder, let me bring this over here so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to extract all and put it in the same desktop location. Now, when you go into the folder, what happens here is Canva names these. Because I didn't add anything, it's just giving it the number 1 as the file name for this one. But this one, I named it. Remember how I named it? So it's giving me that file name, Holiday Bundle 1128 by 191 PX. So little pro tip hack for you there. Now that I have this created, I want to go and add this into my company page. So I'm going to go to my company page right now, click on that pencil icon, upload cover image. Okay. And I'm going to go inside here, select that one, give it an upload, click on save. Now it's perfectly sized, so I really shouldn't have to reposition this at all. If you were to create an image in a different size, you might have to drag it up and down. But I know right now, based on how I've created it, it should be good. I always try to avoid putting anything in the left side because of the fact that my company logo, my page avatar, will always appear there. And you can see it's nested right up against the yellow gift box. It's almost like a little bit too close, but with this image, I don't have a lot to work with. So I think I'm going to keep it as is. So that's on desktop, and you yourself, you can see your eye is probably drawn to the photos first, then maybe the gift box, then you read the text around it. It's a little bit more cluttered than I would typically like, but this is something where I'm highlighting many people. And in this case, I'm trying to think about what's going to cause people to want to look more into this offer. It is both the offer itself, a unique holiday gift for the VIP who has everything, but it's also the people that are offering this gift. Because if you know Scott, Tiffany, Patty, Aaron, or myself, you might be inclined to go, oh, I want to work with them on getting a new headshot taken. Oh, and I can get professional makeup done at the same time. And I know Brenda, she's a great LinkedIn coach. So these names and photos are going to be part of the appeal. So it's really important to me that I'm considering what do people need to know to try to get them to look more at that offer, that product, that service. These things are all valid. All right, so there's the desktop view. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys my mobile view. So I have my phone next to me here. I'm going to click on share content. All right, so I tried it several different ways, sharing it from my phone on Zoom, then I just gave up. So I just want to show you what I did here. I actually grabbed a screen capture from my phone, so it still is showing the mobile view, and I'm just sharing this as a picture instead now. But you can see here the header that I've uploaded, it's pretty difficult to see. So you always want to consider the fact that more than 50% of people visiting your company page on LinkedIn could be viewing it from mobile. That's the latest stat I think we're seeing is about 60% of LinkedIn usage is occurring from the mobile app. So considering the fact that, more than half of your people are looking at it from mobile, you can see here it's a tiny space to begin with, right? This header image is a tiny little swipe space on here. And looking at this on mobile, I just want to kind of see there are some things you cannot read, right? And there's some things that you can read. I can see that it says VIP holiday bundles, I can kind of make out the subhead, a unique holiday gift for the VIP who has everything. I can kind of make that out. It's a little bit difficult. And I can see the headshot photos. Now, if I recognize any of those people, it might prompt me to message the page, respond to a post, reach out to one of the people and say, hey, I saw something about a bundle. Can you tell me more? So do consider the fact that some things are not going to be as easy to see in the mobile view as the desktop view, and think about, do you want to make any concessions? Is there content that you want to take out? Simplify to make it a little bit easier to read. In this case, I'm willing to take the trade-off of things not being legible on mobile, but I'm making a conscious decision. I'm looking at it on mobile view before launching this, okay? So I just want to give you that brief demonstration. I've got this uploaded now on my company page on LinkedIn. I've checked it on mobile. The next thing I'm going to do is message each of these individuals on LinkedIn with the company page header and ask if they would please consider changing it on their page header as well. Hope you found this video helpful. Love it if you could drop a comment below. I'm probably going to post this on YouTube as well, and let people know about this awesome company page masterclass. Have a great day. Thanks.